Alright, starting up a blind league match, playing against Lewis CBR. If he's on Grixis Delver, this recording will end. If he's on Eldrazi, we'll know it's up. I say it will end because I already have a Grixis Delver video posted, and the idea of the series, as you may know, is just to get one of each kind of matchup, so that as opposed to just documenting all of the league matches that I play. That's not as useful a tool. I think it'll be too clunky. It's 6. Don't bury me, he says. This looks mighty suspicious. I don't want to get stifled. Sorry, I got an email that I was checking. Okay, so this leads me to believe, oh, you know what else he could be playing? He could also be playing Sneak. I know he was playing that for a while. Well, this is a good one to show too, if that's the case. We can be unsure whether he's Delver, and I think we just want to play Dak and start doing Dak things. I think actually Ponder is the card we want to pitch. The thing about these lands is we want to get double black. Like if this could get Bayou, we would throw Trop, but this can't fetch a green other than Trop. So it's possible that we want to like trophy a sneak attack or something like this. And if that's the case, we need access to the screen. Yeah, this isn't as blind as I would like because I know the player, but that's just how it goes sometimes. Mana's a little awkward here. And we'll put in a land. Here's the snake. Does he have the creature? Yuck. In principle, we're not just dead, but it is very likely that we're dead. Game 1 is rough, right? When you don't know what you're playing against, they sometimes just kill you. Man, bolt. No. Okay, but I am actually pretty okay with this matchup. I think this matchup is fine. Okay, so let's see. Cards we want. We want the Pyroblasts, basically all of the blasts. We want Spell Pierce, we want Notion Thief, we want Assassin's Trophy, we want Pseudo Hymns, we want To the Slaughter, and we want Surgicals. Surgicals may be the worst of the sideboard cards, but if you can tag something with a discard spell and get rid of all their sneak attacks, for example, that's pretty strong. We don't really care about Spell Bomb. We can trim on a Grove. The Punishing Fires are not good. The Fatal Push is not good. Abrupt Decay is not very good. Toxic Deluge is not very good. And I like to trim 2 copies of Baleful Strix as well. I'm missing a card. Colgan's Command is also not very good. So those out, these in, and let's run it back. This hand is not great, but I think it's a keep. We get to draw cards every turn, and so on and so forth. Um, Pyroblast is decent. The question is whether you Pyroblast cantrips or wait for show and tell, and because we just drew Dak, I'm more inclined to Pyroblast a cantrip. So that I can cast Dak on 2. Or on 3, rather. Lotus Petal. Okay. Brainstorm. Okay. If they hadn't Brainstorm there, I would Dak and I would steal the Lotus Petal and just make them use their resources. So here, that like doing this, they sort of 2-for-1 themselves, but it's fine because they're playing a combo deck and don't need to worry as much about resources. So I don't know if Lewis is playing Blood Moons, but it's pretty cheap to play around it. That Leovold is a great draw. So basically in this matchup, you kind of want to hold on to Leovold for quite a while because it makes their show and tells much worse. Okay, Spoke Beers, sure. Next turn, we can play Jace. So if they go like show and tell, putting either Grizzlebrand or Emrakul, then we could put in Leo. Pyroblast does not counter Sneak Attack, which is the problem card, so I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay. The only card we really care about them drawing here is Sneak Attack, I think, so they kind of bluffed a Brainstorm though, and Fate Stealing is really bad if they have a Brainstorm. I think I'm just gonna Brainstorm myself. Force of Will is fantastic. Assassin's Trophy is quite good. I think we're going to want to try to pitch Ponder if we end up doing something along these lines. Vendilion Click. Okay, well, we're going to force that. No, force back. Okay. We're going to lose our Leovold, which is pretty bad. But we are going to draw a Snapcaster, which is a clean answer to Click, and then we're going to have Assassin's Trophy up for Sneak Attacks. So we're not in, like, just dire straits here. We do lose Jace. That is a thing that happens. And for the Snapcaster play, we're just going to throw it in upkeep. Make them use their mana on their turn. That's fine. We have many manas. Okay. A lot of times when my opponent plays Defense Grid, they just become unable to... Oh, wow. Well, I'm not going to put anything into play. They have Emrakul. I should really have fetched there. Alright, so we have... we didn't maximize our outs there. I should have kept an additional black source. So that's unfortunate. That's not typical of the post-board games, but sometimes it happens. You lose good matchups. I think as far as strategy goes, we played that to the best of our ability, but you know, they drew they drew the cards that win them the game. See you all for the next one.